So this is in the 60s, you're a band, you're going around and you're touring, you're going to go to the big concert, that's definitely not Woodstock, and you're going to perform there, and then and get people to come and see you. And then I looked at the name, Calavini. He's one of the designers. Bubola's the other designer. Coimbra did the art, which is great. But Calavini, he's one of the most abstract designers in existence. He sucks theme out of a game like a vacuum cleaner. But this is such a cool theme. Well, maybe I'll like it. In this game, you have a bag of fans. It starts with 3 fans of everybody's color. You'll have a van here going down this winding random path, and you'll have 3 cards from this beautifully illustrated deck. On your turn, you'll play a card. You'll move that many spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4. If someone's already on the space you go to, you skip to the next space. If you land on a space that shows terrain type, you take a ticket of that terrain type, and then you look at the number of terrain types that you have of that one. So let's say I landed here and already had one, and I would throw 2 fans into the bag. If you land on a van space, your next turn, you can decide to go forward, backwards, or forward, double your movement card. And if you land in a city, you're going to have a fan where you pull people from the bag. So you're going to pull basically equal to the number of notes in front of you. You'll get notes when you land on van piles. And whenever you pull from the bag, if you pull your color, well, that's exciting. They go up here. And if you pull other people's color, they go to the porta potty. And you're going to keep doing that until you get to the end. When you get to the end, you'll take one of these tiles in front of you, which is going to, well, you'll take the biggest one if you're the first one there. And that's all you'll do for the rest of the game is just pull tiles from the bag or things from the bag. At the end of the game, whoever has the most stars here is going to be the winner. There's a few things you can do by spending different ticket locations that you have gotten. You can spend 2 of them to take all the drawn fans of your color to the bag when someone else pulls them out instead of putting them on the porta potty. Or there's a couple other things to do. When someone else draws fans, you can go the 4 different ones to place one of the fans on the main stage tile instead of the porta potty tile. So there's things you can do by discarding them, but if you discard them, you'll get fewer tokens in the bag. Anyway, blah, 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 someone wins. I hate it. 3 out of 10. I really hate this game. This is, nice art. The game does what it's supposed to do. It's so mind-numbingly boring. You have 3 movement cards in your hand. You pick which one you're going to move to. You know how many times you're going to have 2 of the same number? A lot. So you have 2 choices. I'm going to go here or here. I go there, I throw someone in the bag. And then you pull from the bag, but it's random what you pull. You can be like, well, you should get more of your stuff in the bag. No kidding, that's what everyone's doing. There's nothing here. You can be like, or you could rush to the end to draw more from the bag, but you're not throwing more in it. Man, this is so terrible. Those little tickets that you get when you go and do things, there's only so many of those, so eventually they run out, and that gets boring. You throw a bunch in the bag. There's those special powers, which for some reason are not in a card anywhere. You just have to, well, they're on the card, but they're the card. I actually have the card right here. The card, I'm like, I don't know what this means. It's just a bunch of symbols. They're the most interesting part of the game. It has nothing to do with music. It's moving along a track. It feels like some of his other moving along a track games that Calavini has done, but not in a good way. This is just awful. I like bag games where you pull stuff out of bags. I like games where you move down a path and see how far you want to move. But I want some games with some agency, some choice. This one, mind-numbing, boring, bad, on the road.